Have I ever been in love? Next question. Here is a story about Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson was on his way back home from the restaurant he had went to eat earlier that day. So while he was on his way, he met a very beautiful young lady standing by the roadside. He thought to himself, maybe I should approach her, which he did. He approached the lady and he was like, hello, what's up? What's your name? And all of that. The lady had ghosted him because she did not reply to Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson tried to carry on the conversation and went ahead to ask what's good. And then the lady still ghosted Mr. Jackson. This made Mr. Jackson feel kind of embarrassed, so he decided to go on his way. He got to the bus stop and he realized that his wallet was no longer with him. This made Mr. Jackson recall when he was at the restaurant, he had brought out the wallet to pay the waitress for his meal. There is a chance that he must have left the wallet at the restaurant, so Mr. Jackson hurried back to the restaurant. But while he was on his way back, he saw something strange, weird, and unusual on the path that he had earlier passed. The lady he had encountered was no longer standing there, and it was a one-way path. So there are chances that if the lady had gone back towards the restaurant, he would have met the girl along the way while he was hurrying back to the restaurant. However, if the lady had taken the other path down to the bus station, he would have as well seen the lady there. But he could care less. His missing wallet was more of his priority. When he got to the restaurant, luckily for him, the waitress had already picked up the wallet and was waiting for him to come get it. He got back his wallet and tried to tip the waitress, but the waitress was a good patriot and she declined the tip. Jackson got home that day. He could not get the picture of the strange girl he had seen earlier that day. He could not just get the picture of his head. Just then, his phone rang. His friend had called and asked him to hit the club tonight. Jackson declined, but on a second note, he thought to himself, maybe I should just hit the club as a form of distraction away from the strange girl he had earlier seen. Mr. Jackson called back his friend and told him, okay, I'm down for the club. A few moments later, Mr. Jackson was in the club. He was about to enter when he bumped into a body rather. And then this prompted him to look at the person in front of him. Lo and behold, it was the strange girl he had earlier seen. Mr. Jackson could not recollect his thought on time. The girl has already dashed out of the entrance. Mr. Jackson tried to go after this lady. He got outside, everywhere was dark. He could not really decipher the path the lady had crossed. So Mr. Jackson thought to himself he should take the other way because it was not that dark. So he thought to himself that probably the young lady must have taken that path since it was a little bit not dark. So Mr. Jackson walked down that path. While he was walking that path, he sensed that there was a strange figure behind him. And then he looked back, but there was no figure behind him. And then he continued in a search. The footsteps kept echoing behind him. He looked back. There was nobody behind. Mr. Jackson took to his heel back to the club. When he got in front of the club, and then he thought to himself, maybe, just maybe, not all curiosity needs to be settled. Not every woman needs to be approached. Sometimes you just have to go on your way. Just be a man, a high value man, and walk on your path. Now, that was what Mr. Jackson thought to himself. I hope you enjoyed Mr. Jackson and the strange lady story. Okay, let's get to the business of today. If I ever get the chance to take back the hands of time, I did tell my younger self this. Be brave enough to do something that you want to do, regardless of who is watching, who is not watching. But I should just be living life on how I feel at that point in time, and what my heart actually beats for, I should just focus and give my energy to that. Dear future self, be happy. No one get out of life alive. So make sure you are living a happy life. Hold on a little longer. We are writing a beautiful eulogy. Dear present self, grabs every bubble of your authenticity. You are beautiful. If today was my last day on earth, I did call my creator and tell him, I'm sorry for all my wrong deeds and sins that I've committed, known and unknown. All I'm saying, I would come to repentance because I don't want to bake in hell forever. God, forgive me. I know I've sinned against you, and all I've sinned, I've come short of your glory. Forgive me all my sins. It's not like that song that we know. If the world was ending, you come over right. The sky be falling and I hold you close. And I would be a reason why we would ever be a brother son. If the world was ending, you come over right. You come over, you come over, you come over. I'm not doing that one. I will call to God for forgiveness. I don't want to go to hell. I am beautiful because I'm bold. I am beautiful because I'm dark skinned. I am beautiful because I've learned to embrace my flaws and live life. I am beautiful because I smile when I see people, even the ones that I do not want to see. I still smile regardless. I am beautiful because I'm loved by my parents. I am beautiful because I have the capability to love and be loved. I am beautiful because I'm a beautiful soul alive. I think love is you putting other people first before you. I think love is putting you first. I think love is you telling yourself that you are good enough. I think love is self-love. I think love is selfless. I think love is you trying to be a better you for your community, for your family, for your loved ones. I think that's love, and many other more words to describe it. Have I ever been in love? Next question. Letting go of things that I cannot change, things that are simply out of my control. What could be more crazy than falling in love? The craziest thing anyone can do for love is falling in love. I mean, what could be more crazier than giving someone else power over your emotion, feelings, thinking, the entirety of your existence? I mean, there is nothing crazier than that. An advice I would give to anyone, someone, a foe, a friend, a family is for you to focus on the present and don't forget to take life one step at a time. Allow me paint a beautiful picture about life. Life is beautiful because even in the midst of chaos, calmness will find its way back to you somehow. People will go, at the same time people will come. People die, people are born. There are days where you fall out and there are days where it's just make perfect sense. There are days where you are happy and there are days where you are sad. There are days where you want to just cry it out and there are days where you laugh. There are days where you have all the energy to go after everything that you really want for yourself, and then there are days you don't just feel like it. The beautiful picture about life is that regardless of the negativity, therein comes positivity. Now, an ugly picture about life is a focus on the negative facet, forgetting the beautiful. A focus on how things will never go right. A focus on how you will never find true love. A focus on how you can never make it in life, when there are chances of you actually making it in life. How about you wake up every morning, go ahead and stare at the person right in front of the mirror and tell that person, you are perfect, you are good enough, you've got this. Henceforth, this is the picture I want to paint about life. And that is me focusing on the present, taking life one step at a time, believing more in the beauty of the universe, believing God that when it is my time and turn, then my season will shine. No one can stop it. No one is going to stop it. I'm aware, you are aware, everyone is aware that life is tough, it's difficult, it's an echoing task. But because we still have oxygen going inside of us and CO2 coming out of us, we are breathing, we are alive, so we will keep living and giving our best every single day that comes, and be happy. So with that, we've come to the end of this video. Hit that subscribe button, like, and drop a comment. If today is your first time, please don't make it your last. Do well to hit that subscribe button as well. Until then, bye for now. Until then, bye for now.